Hello everybody, welcome to Andy's Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining me for this review, which today is it's a wheat beer. It's the Franziskaner Weissbier. I bought it from Tesco's, paid £1.80 for it. It was recommended by a friend of the channel who bought a couple of beers from Tesco's. This was the only one that I've never tried, so I said I will review it and I'll find out what it's like. So here we are. It's 5% ABV. That's what happens this table, isn't it? I was lucky I didn't have a beer, right? Let's try that again, shall we? Spill a bit of beer. Mortal sin right there. So it took me, I think there's been 3 styles that's taken me a while to get into, and wheat beer, Weissbier was one of them, which took me a long time to really get to like it and appreciate it for what it is. But I'm there now. This beer, I think, brewed originally in Munich. I mean, this is everywhere now in the UK. There's nowhere you can go in the UK, any supermarket, without seeing this beer. So my guess is, it still says imported actually. I was just going to say, my guess is it's actually brewed over in the UK now, but if that says imported, then it won't be, unless it's brewed somewhere else now in Europe. Yeah, so that has poured a hazy amber colour with a big white head, and this beer will tend to always port with a larger head. It's just a style, it's just what it does. I think it's because of the amount of wheat in it. Wheat contains a certain protein which is good at head retention. A wheat beer must have a good head retention. It's got to. It's an important part. It's an important part of the style and the flavour of it. So that looks good for a wheat beer. Pleased with that. Let's get a snifter, shall we? It's sweet. There's quite a sweet aroma coming off it. But it's got the banana, it's got the cloves, it's got what we expected. There's just a little bit of extra sweetness coming through. Looks good, smells good. Let's taste it, shall we? Cheers everybody. That is a good wheat beer. You get a lot of very poor wheat beers out there. This isn't one of them. This is very good. It's just like it is on the nose. You get a lovely spiciness from those cloves. You get a nice banana flavour, which we expect to get. But I have to say, it's quite sweet. It is quite sweet for a wheat beer. It's not overly sweet. There's just a lot more sweetness in there than I expect from the style. But it's not detracting at all from the flavours. The flavours are still in there. It's really good. I like how these are made because they're just really simple beers. And those yeasts, the yeast producing those esters, those aromas, those flavours are doing really well. Head retention really good. A little bit of debris floating in there, which I expect from the style as well. You tend to get that a lot with wheat beers. so it ain't a bad thing. You know me, if anything, I think it tends to add to the flavour. It is a really smooth beer. Really smooth beer. I'd say pretty decent. And it's everywhere, and I think a lot of people put off by wheat beers, and there's a few styles which a lot of people put off by, and I think wheat beer is one of them because I don't really know what to expect. It's not a traditional style that we're all used to, and so I think people kind of pass it by. It's taken me a while to get to drink this one, just simply because it's everywhere. But it's nice. It's pretty decent. It's not the best example of the style, if we're being honest, but it is a decent wheat beer. Yeah, it's a little, like I said, it's a little sweet for me, but really good. Really enjoyed that. Score wise, I'm going to score that a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10 from Andy's beer reviews. What you have drinking tonight, please enjoy it. Until the next review, cheers everybody.